Welcome back to the workbench, and we're continuing to work on Rolife's flower shop kit build. The kit build that seems to be going on forever, but let's see what we can get done today. Yesterday we finished up building the table. Today we're going to build out some shelves. I think we got 3 different shelves we're going to try to put together. I already pulled all the pieces so we can just do assembly today. And then we'll try to get on as far as we can with it. But let's start up here with what they're calling a battery box. It looks like a pretty straightforward kind of build. It just has it's just a shelf with some what do you call these, like the hangers for the shelf. And how does this, okay, so it looks like we want to put these little guys onto these little guys onto this guy. Okay, I think I can handle that. Let's get our glue over here. I think I'm gonna continue doing this the same way. It seems to be working all right. Just kind of throwing us a blob of glue out in our little tray, our makeshift tray we've got. And then just using a toothpick so we can kind of better pinpoint where we put this glue. This glue that came with the kit, as you know, if you've been following along, is quite the stringy stuff. It's kind of a mess. In fact, if you missed any of the previous builds, you can. There's a playlist down in the description. Just go check that out and get caught up. Let me see. I don't think I really got enough glue on there. There we go. That's what we want. And what I think I'll do, I'm going to set them. I don't know if you guys can see. Let me put it somewhere where you guys can see. Move this out of the way. I'm going to set it on my flat work table here and just kind of set them together so I know they're flat at least. And then I need to get this. I need to get it centered on that cross piece. I don't know what you call these different pieces here, but we just want to make it all 90 degrees if I can. And then flat, whoops, these pieces are so small, I struggle. There we go. I struggle to kind of work with them. Let's do the same thing again with this guy here. So again, I'm just kind of putting us a glob of glue. I don't know what else to call it. Is it a glob? Is that what, is that the technical term for the amount I'm using here? I really don't know. But I think that describes it well. Again, I just want to make sure I hit the center. They've got the center marked for us. They've got lines printed on these boards. And then I want to try to make sure we're kind of 90 degrees to each other, if possible. It's all easier said than done with these little tiny pieces. There we go. I think that'll work. All right, we'll let that dry up, and then that's going to end up just going on the back side of this board, and then that's basically a shelf. Let's you can see how stringy this glue is. See that pulling the, where's it even at? Pulling, there we go. There you can see the glue strings that I've been talking about. So let's get that off, make sure we stay flat. Okay. So next we have like a small box. They're just calling it a small box. It has some wood pieces and then some paper pieces. In fact, there's a little, where's my little, here it is. This one's really little. So we've got a couple of paper pieces that are going to go with it also. We got to keep track of. I tend to lose things, so I'm going to try to keep track of that. It looks like basically this is just going to go on top here. Is that right? Like so. Do these sit inside of those pieces? It looks that way. So what we need to do, I think, is put the outside pieces on first, or the long, I guess they're all outside pieces. The long sides on first. I'm just going to try to pull some glue across there. This glue just gets real gummy. You got to try to work with it as best you can. Let me get this. I don't want to glue it to our instructions. So we'll set that. I think we'll put these. The only good thing about this glue is you do have a little bit of time to work with it. So I think I can set those in like so, the long sides in, because the short sides sit inside of that. So now what I think I can do is go ahead and get those put in at the same time, and then I have a little time to kind of manipulate them where they need to go. If the long sides need to move a little bit, like so. And then yeah, let's. You know what I'm gonna have to do though first. Where's the little file that came with this kit? Let me move the box out of the way. Oh, there it is. Basically a fingernail file came with the kit here. I'm gonna get, it has a little bit of roughness there. So I want to make sure these are nice and smooth so they'll glue down well. Whoops. And now let's set them right in here in between these long sides, and that'll spread those out where they need to go, I'm hoping. We can get them to all kind of fit together. Do the same thing over here. Trying to hold everything in place with my left hand and then put in the short side with my right hand. Easier said than done. I just want to make sure we're kind of lined up on the edges here and that we're square, that everything's standing kind of straight up at least. And if you've watched the previous episodes, kinda is what we're aiming for generally. As far as accuracy, it's just tough. It's tough for me at least. I think that's pretty good. That looks pretty good. And then let me move these pieces here. Okay, we'll let that dry up because then basically we just do our paper pieces. So let's set that to the side. Let's come back to our first shelf, I think, and then we'll go ahead and glue these on. And it shows here, we get a little diagram of where to kind of put them. I guess you can put them wherever you want, though, at the end of the day. I'm just going to try to get some glue on the edges here. Slide it in place, and then I can kind of manipulate this. There we go. It just goes on the back edge, from back edge to front edge there. I don't know where these actually go at the end of the day. I guess I'm assuming we're going to be hanging this on one of the walls. Considering it's a wall shelf, kind of makes sense it would go on one of the walls. Okay, so let me do the same thing with this one, and we'll have that one done, get it out of the way. Same thing. Now I just want to try to give the same gap to the edges here is kind of my plan. And then make sure we're flush on the back is kind of, I think, probably what's most important. So when it comes time to hang this, it'll hang okay. There, I think that'll work. And then it goes this way, and it'll hang on a wall. All right, easy enough. Now, let's see, can we go ahead and get this guy done? I think all we really got to do is put, if I can, without goofing it up. Where'd my glue? I think my glue is literally already dried up. If I can get just a little dot of it. Yeah, put right there, because that's where, I mean, in case we didn't realize or know that this is, I can't even pick this up, or know that this is a box, we've got a little piece of paper that tells us that it is a box. So we're going to go ahead and put that on there just so we don't forget what it is. Just like that. And I've kind of crushed my sides here. Put those back. And then I think this guy, I'm assuming we just fold it on this line kind of thing. And I think it's just supposed to be, I don't know if it's a book or a pamphlet or something, but basically we use that flap. It looks like we use that flap to kind of hold it up like so. That's probably a little too much. Let me fold it down some. I don't want to stick it up that far. But that's basically going to give it a little depth in there. I don't know if I'm going to actually glue it in or not, but it would sit in there like that, and then that's what's in the box. Let me straighten that out. Okay. Well, I mean, that's something. Okay, we'll set that to the side. All right, and then now what we've got is, I think, what's probably the more complicated shelf, it's a little more ornate. I've got all the pieces set right there. We've got quite a few. It looks like it's 18 pieces to make this shelf here. So as we start with D10, which is the biggest of the bunch, it's this one. And then it gets D13 glued on top of it to give it a little thickness and a chamfer. So I can probably just do this. This is so big, I can probably just put the globs of glue right on the pieces like so, like that. And then I don't guess it matters which side's out. What I'm going to do is kind of stick this together and kind of squish it around a little bit. And there's a line scribed in D10, the bigger one, to kind of help you line up D13. where it needs to go, which is about right there. And I think that's fine. We'll leave that just like that. And then what we're going to do, what do we have to do? We got C10 that runs along the back. Oh, no, what is this? This is D. Okay, we're going to set this to the side. We're going to take this guy. And this is D11, right? Yeah, and we're going to take C10 and run it up along the top edge of it. And then we've got the C10s. No, I'm sorry, the C9s, which are these ones. And they're going to kind of just get evenly spaced in between. Okay, so let's get our glue going. I'm going to get some nice fresh glue in our tray. And I think I'll just kind of put just a little bit, kind of just dot it on the back side of this like so. We do want to hit it all the way across it. We don't want any part to kind of try peeling up on us. I think like that's going to do the job. And then it looks like, looking at the picture, it looks like it just goes right across the top edge and flush up top. So let's see if we can make that happen. Got some glue, some of the glue kind of squishing out. I'm just going to run it down the seam there. I think that's where they want us to put that. Just like, oops, just like so. And then we've got these two guys, and I think we kind of just want to evenly space them. Yeah, evenly space them in there. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to kind of dot some of the glue on here. If I can. Gosh, this stuff is nasty. I've mentioned it before. If I'm building this, I'm trying to build this kit for you guys so you can see kind of how it's built with what comes in the kit, because it comes with the glue, that kind of stuff. I think if I did this on my own, in other words, I wasn't filming it for a YouTube video for you guys, I would use multiple different glues to do these kind of things. Like this right here, I would literally just use CA glue, and it'd be nice, clean, fast, not as messy application. There's a lot of times that I think in this kit I would have used some spray adhesive, definitely some white Elmer's glue when I was doing the flocking and whatnot, at least watered down. In other words, my point being I would use a lot of different glues, and I think that Rolife, the people who made this kit, knows that, and they've created, or whoever, somebody provided this glue for them that kind of tried to cover all the bases, and at the end of the day, you just get this all-in-one kind of just mess as far as glue goes or adhesives go. All right, let's set that one to the side, because now it looks like we got to make some little guys some here, some little details, which is going to use these ones. Which, what are these? These are D9s. Is that right? Yeah, these are the D9s. And they have, I don't know if you guys can see it, they have little faint lines scribed into them. And then that's where those, actually they're going to go this way, because that's where these little guys, which is what's the C7s are going to go. They're going to glue on right into those, these scribed in boxes there. So what I can do, I know where I need to put a little dot of glue, which is right inside there. Like so. And then let's get this one. Like so, there we go. And then I know that's where those have to go. That makes it nice and easy. Like that. And these are now connected by a spider web of glue. There we go. I can use, a lot of times I'll just use the X-Acto, kind of move it around. I think that'll get us located in our box. Yeah, that's working. And then same thing over here. That's where those go. And then there's little, again, there's some little pieces, which is these guys here. What's the number on the C8s? They run along the top edge. And I think I'll do that the same way as before. I'll just kind of dot some glue on the back side here. I think this'll work to hold those up top along this top edge. Get on there. It's really, that's the struggle of this kit, is dealing with the glue. I'm not kidding. I think if we do another one on the channel, I'm definitely going to just scrap the glue. I'll pull out all my adhesives and we'll do it that way. I just really wanted you guys to see kind of what's involved with one of these. I mean, they're definitely doable. Using the glue that's provided and all the stuff that's provided. It's not like you can't build the kit using it, and you don't have to, you don't really need anything else. Only thing you probably need outside of what's in the kit, I'm trying to think, because it comes with the sanding stick, it comes with tweezers, just whatever you're going to cut stuff with. So whether that's scissors, X-Acto knife, or both. You kind of need wire cutters too. There is times you have to cut wire. So you need something to be able to cut the wire with. So just the only thing you're going to really need is cutting implements, whatever you're going to cut everything with. But otherwise, it's definitely doable with what's in the kit. Okay, so we'll let that dry up. We'll just slide these up. It's got those together. And now I guess we kind of start, it looks like we start assembling. And are we using, no, it goes this way, right? So it goes this way. So the chamfered edge, it looks like goes down. Is that right? Yeah, it goes down this way. This is interesting. Okay. And then wait, did we miss some pieces? It looks like there's, that's what we're doing now. We got to put glue on the marked side of D10 as shown. This is D10. Glue on. Yeah, those are the E4s. That's these. So we're going to have some. This is going to go, on here like so. And then we've got these guys, which are E4s, that are going to go on the end. It looks like they center up on it. So what I think I'll do, and it does look like we have, let me use one of these to see. Are these going to butt up against each other? I'm trying to see where this needs to place. It's hard to tell in these little pictures exactly where they want you to put this. It looks like they want us to leave a little edge here from what I can tell. So I'm going to get some new glue and let's try to do this. Put it over in the corner here. And I think we can just run a little bit of glue or dab some glue across the top here. I want to try to smooth it out because I don't want a bunch of glue squeezing out of the seam. I think we can go, I think they want us to go somewhere right in here. I'm just by eyeball centering that up left to right. Because then we need to put these guys on the ends. Yeah, and they want us to line it up. It'll line up with that piece we put on the edge, that edge banding we did. So that'll kind of center it there. Okay, so what I'm going to do, let's go ahead and get some. So I need to go on this edge, and then I want to glue on the bottom because I want both of those to make a good glue spot so that we get, hopefully get everything kind of square. Yeah, that kind of set in there nicely. Okay. Now let's do this one. Same thing, bottom edge, long edge. And then let's set it in here. Kind of right, again, lined up with that I'm going to call it an edge band, or that piece we put along the edge of that one. Yeah, just like that, I think is what we want. Okay. I think that's pretty good. Everything seems to be sitting kind of square. This is not. Let's get that squared up. There we go. Look down the sides of them. I can see a little better. There we go. Okay, that's got them lined up where we want. Like so. And then these little guys, of course, are going to be the end caps here. So let me just try. I'm going to try doing it this way. I'm going to put glue on the bottom, and I want on the side here. And I want to get all this extra glue off if I can. And then let's set, gosh darn, it's got so much stringy glue. I mentioned it before. If you want to make spider webs for Halloween, this is the stuff to use. Okay, now I'm trying to just line it up on with the edge. Yeah, with the edge of the this edge here. Make sure we're straight, like so. Flip it around this way. We'll do the same thing with this guy. Okay, let's see here. I just gotta make sure. Obviously, I want to make sure I glue up the correct side. I don't want to glue the wrong side. Put it in place. I'm just trying to look straight down, and I don't know if my head's in the way of you guys being able to see, but I kind of want to look down it to make sure that I'm lined up. That goes like so. Yep, and then we've got 2 more of these that are going to cap the ends there. So let's just do that right now the same way we did them on these corners, we'll do on this corner. So here and here. Let's see if that'll kind of set in there for us, nice and simply like the other ones did. Let me slide that. I need to slide it out. I want to line it up with that piece across the bottom edge, like so, and then try to make it sure I'm trying to make sure it's all kind of squared up with each other. That's really I think the hardest part of doing these little bitty things is getting everything kind of square to each other, so that things don't look crooked and wonky, you know, because these pieces are so little. It's hard to kind of get them arranged, and you move one and then it moves the other, and then it can get kind of frustrating. So you got to just honestly just kind of take your time with it. That's what I'm trying to do, and this actually worked out pretty well, I think, at least by my standards. It worked out all right. I'm sure most of you guys have probably building these have a little higher standards than me, because you can. This needs to go back. There we go. That got that lined up. And this same thing. Need to slide the bottom back so it lines up. Same here. I think it's all pretty good. I'm not going to complain about that too much. I don't know. What are you guys thinking? Strangely, this is actually the way it goes. I would have thought it would be a shelf like this, but it's not. It's going to go this way, and then there's brackets we're about to put on here, which are these, to make the shelf go this way. And I guess we're going to have plants on here. It's going to be like a planter. What was this even called? It's just called Big Shelf, but I think it's going to be like a planter at the end of the day. I think that looks, like I said, not too bad. Okay, yeah, so that's that. We did that, and then it's just a matter of putting, putting these on, which I bet I can just stand it that way. And they're going to go like this. So I need glue along the long edge of these here. And they're going to let me make sure I'm doing this right. Yeah, it's going to just go right in here. It's got to go flat to the bottom, right? I mean, yeah. I thought they'd go all the way to the edge, but they don't. But I need it flat to the back of this, so when it gets put on a wall, it's all nice and flat. So I'm using this flat surface here, relatively flat surface, to make sure that that's how it should be. In other words, the back of this shelf is all flush with itself. I think it's going to be our main goal with these guys. Kind of want to just make sure I locate them in the same, with the same gap to the edge, and then I'm going to try to square them up some. Is that? I think that's going to be okay. Yeah, I think that'll work. And then that's our shelf, I guess. Once let it dry up. And that's our gray shelf. That went a little quicker than I actually expected it to. So we got our box and our 2 shelves, our big gray shelf here, which I think it looks all right. Doesn't look too bad. Okay. I'm going to set our glue to the side because we still have a few minutes. So what I think we can do, see if we can, I don't know. I wonder if we can even put this photo frame here together. Can you guys see? Let me move the instructions up. It looks pretty straightforward. Let's see if we can put this together real quick. Where does it say wood pieces as shown 2 pieces? What? Yeah, D14. I'm assuming they're, oh, here we are. They're going to be in one of these bags. we've got, is it saying that we have 2 of each of these? Is that what that's saying? Or is it just saying, I've only got 1 of each that I see. I mean, there's a 2 and 2. I'm guessing there should be 2 of them. I only have 1 of each that I know about, at least. Let me see. There's that other one. No, I mean, that's it. It's just 1 of each. So I guess, yeah, I don't know really what that means. And then we've got black mesh bag number G1418. Where's that? Is it one of these things? What did it say? G bag. Where did it go? I just saw it. G148. That's this one here. Interesting. Okay. Let's see. Where's the black mesh? I would have thought the black mesh was going to be for this. I hope we have enough to do. Let me pull out the instructions for this guy and make sure that we'll have enough. $20 by $30. We'll have 2 $20 by $30. So $20 by $30. And then what do we need here? 20. Okay, so $20 by $30. So we'll go to 40, and then that would leave us 30. So we can go 25 by 44. Yeah, okay, we'll have enough to do both. Okay, good. So it looks like they want us to cut this 25 by 44. So I'm going to cut it. I think I can cut this with scissors. It's kind of, I don't know if this is metal or plastic. I think it's plastic. So we're going to go 25, which is there. And I think I can just cut, I can follow it like so. 25 by, what did we say, 44, which 44 is there. Okay, that should be pretty close to what we need. Let me set that stuff back over there. And then how do we put this together? We take cut and glue as shown. That's D14, which is the one that doesn't have printing on it. Is it glue on the back side? Looks like it glues on the back side, and then glue and complete as shown. And then this goes, let me see what this is going to look like. This goes on top of that. I think so. It almost seems like you would, I would think you'd mesh it in the middle, but I guess not. It's hard. Again, it is hard to see on these instructions. They don't really say. To me, like it seems like you'd squish, you'd put it in between the two. But it looks like, let me read this again. Black mesh, okay. Cut and glue as shown. Keep the left black mesh for later use. Keep the, I guess that means the left, when they say left black mesh, the leftover black mesh. Okay, that's what we were kind of looking at. For later use, glue and complete as shown. Now, they show it being glued on the back, so I guess that's what I'm going to do. What did I do with our glue? There we are. Let me get some new. This glue, it really turns into a gummy mess pretty quick. So you're constantly having to kind of use new glue, I guess you would say. And then let's go ahead and kind of just along the back side of here. Again, I would think we could just put this in between the two, but I want to do how it's showing it. So let's glue that up like so. And kind of rub some of the glue, some of the extra glue off while it's not a gummy mess. Like that. That's how it looks like it looks in that picture there. Can you guys see that? It looks like that's how it is. And then it looks like this one just goes on top of that. What are we even making here? This is a photo frame. Where's the photo? Very weird. Okay. Yeah, this is going to just give it a little bit. So this, the idea of this, the inside dimensions of this is a little bigger than that one. So it's going to give it a little bit of a, you know, a chamfer or a, you know, I don't know, what do you, I don't know why I can't think what you call that. It's going to give it a stair step, you know. So let me actually glue the back side of this one. If I can find where I even put the new glue. Here it is. So I'm just going to kind of dot what I think what the best game plan with this stuff is, you kind of just dot it on there and then smear it. I don't know what else to do. And then you can see, or you probably can't see now, there's like this spider webby mess everywhere. It's like hot glue, how hot glue will pull spider webs or, strings of glue. All right, now let's go ahead and set that on top like so. Let's see if we can get that. I just want the same chamfer all the way around. And there we go. That's what they want us to do. So there is our photo frame, I suppose. Okay, good. So we made pretty good progress. Made it through the photo frame. It looks like we've got like a house number. Let's take just a quick look before we go. We'll take a quick look ahead. I'm gonna move this stuff out of the way so I can open our instructions. We're gonna do some kind of, they're calling it a house number. Just to me, it's the flower shop sign. And it looks like we're just gonna be doing a bunch of just detail. We have the flower shop sign. Oh, and then this is another sign, another flower shop sign. We've got cups, a notice board, and there's another table. I'm trying to think how I want to do this so we can just kind of make a little quicker progress. I think we'll definitely do this flower shops. I think we'll do the two signs together. I might put this cup together in between episodes. So I might put the cup together in between episodes, but I think we'll do the signs, the notice board, and this table. These look kind of interesting. You know what I mean? I think that some of this stuff gets so small, it's hard for you guys to even see. So I think I'll just go ahead and put it together and show you how it turned out. This stuff we'll do together because it's kind of interesting to do together, I think. Just like this shelf, to me, was kind of an interesting thing to do. I'll get all that prepped, because that goes all the way to here. I'll get all that prepped in between episodes, and hopefully we can make it over here to whatever page this is, to page 8 tomorrow. Maybe we can make it even further. And then there is just a ton. I didn't realize how in-depth this was. And I think that's what we're going to do moving forward, is we'll get together and make some of the more interesting things, but the less interesting things, like, say, this oil can, things like that, I might just make in between episodes so we can kind of keep moving along, if that makes sense, because a lot of it gets a little repetitive too. Just like I think later we're going to just be doing plant after plant after plant after plant. So we might just do a few of them together. I'll do a bunch in between episodes, and so we can come back and just really start making progress here through this. But thank you for joining me today. I'm going to try to keep these episodes a little bit shorter. They were running kind of long. I don't want them to be too long. I want to keep you guys interested as long as I can, which I don't know how long that actually is. But thank you for joining me, you guys that did stay here watching all the way to the end. We got a good bit done. Hey, hit that like button if you would, and leave me some comments. It really does help in the algorithm. That's what YouTube cares about. Hit that subscribe button too if you want to keep up with these. And do all those things you do for YouTube. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Here we go. This